The anxious attachment style is one of the 3 insecure attachments and one of the 4 attachment styles. This attachment style develops early in childhood when parents or caregivers are not consistently bonding with the child. Sometimes they give him love and support, and sometimes they just distance him away. So the child remains confused and disturbed by this pattern of mixed signals. The child raised in this manner becomes nervous and preoccupied, waiting for the next phase of attention and care from his parents, because he develops a fear of abandonment and rejection, and he begins to manage how to keep the bond stronger with his caregivers by pleasing them and being around them most of the time, because deep down he fears that they will leave him in one way or another. So he starts feeling like he can't be without his parents, and because of that, he loses his self-confidence early on, and his self-esteem decreases on and on and on to his adulthood. This also can happen when caregivers use the child to fulfill their own emotional needs rather than his. So they use him to feel like a good parent and to exist, since they also have the same anxious attachment style. In adulthood, an anxiously attached is in risk of forming toxic relationships, since he is willing to please people and put himself down for others. His low self-esteem pushes him to fall for any breadcrumbs and acts of affection. And it is way easy for others to use him to fulfill their needs, since he doesn't have a sense of self, neither healthy boundaries to protect his limits. So, an anxiously attached person is the one who always runs after the others in his relationships. He is afraid to stay alone and to be left behind. So he makes sure to cling and beg for attention and to fulfill his needs, to be loved, seen, and appreciated. He would do anything for the other to feel reassured and accepted. Generally, it ends up with him being left behind because of his consistent demands of attention. He ends up choking others in the relationships. The anxiously attached has a great issue with self-confidence because his deep feelings of unworthiness and low value makes him strongly craving for connection and bonding. But because of his lack of identity in the relationship, he ends up hurt, alone, and with broken, shattered personality. Now, the good news is that an anxiously attached can learn how to become securely attached, and that's by learning how to be alone and confident and to face his fear of abandonment. He has to work on building trust within himself, has to believe that he is loved and cherished the way he is, and that he doesn't need anybody to be whole. Working on his self-esteem is a must, and finding who he is within and putting clear and strong boundaries in his relationships will help him build strong and lasting bonds. The most important thing an anxiously attached should realize is that he is a whole person whom can exist without others, and that he doesn't have to prove that he is worthy and with good qualities in order to receive love and attention. He is a separate human being, yet he can connect to others in a healthy way, where he can exist in his own world and shares bonds. On the other hand, now, anxious attachment style is a pattern of behavior. It is not a disease or something impossible to deal with, but it can be harmful for the anxiously attached person because he will likely attract toxic relationships into his life. We will certainly address this attachment style with more details in the upcoming videos. Till then, please like and subscribe for more videos. And thanks for watching, and happy Red February!